Hi guys, I'm Ben, and today I want to share some info about an environmentally friendly crypto alternative. So I want to look at Chia versus Bitcoin. So the big factor that makes Bitcoin so unsustainable is that for the mining process, it continuously requires all of this electricity. Bitcoin is essentially feeding off electricity, which is giving the currency its value. And this means electricity and a lot of computing are required on a continuous basis in order to create new coins. And the supply constraint around electricity and processors is a big factor in bottlenecking growth, and in turn is adding a lot of value to the Bitcoin network. Chia is very different and only requires this compute intensive operation once. And over time, the computing intensive operations become less and less valuable. So it becomes more and more valuable to have the storage space on your hard drive that have the output of these computations, which are known as plots, stored on them. So in the long term, very few people will be plotting, and most will be using their plots stored on their disks, which this process hardly uses any energy. And that means that the environmental footprint comes in the form of this upfront cost, because you have to put in all of this computing power initially, and you have to buy all these hard drives. But once they're loaded up and running, the environmental footprint drops immensely compared to Bitcoin. So it's a long-term game, while in the short term, yes, there are still some environmental impacts. It's obviously controversial. When in this plotting process, people are breaking a lot of SSDs, so there are definitely some concerns there. But overall, this process should become much less energy intensive as a whole, and in comparison with concerns around what Bitcoin does currently, it's a much and more energy efficient and sustainable process with Chia. But all these concerns are actually not just about the environment, it's also about making crypto accessible to everyone. So with Bitcoin, you can only mine Bitcoin in countries where electricity is cheap, and that tends to be countries where they are burning coal or other fossil fuels. So that's basically limiting the countries where you could profitably mine Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Whereas with Chia, because it isn't about energy, it's about hard drives, it doesn't have any geographic requirements. So you can have a farm in the US or in Europe, and you don't have to do it like in China, where all the cheap energy is coming from fossil fuels. So does that mean that Chia is the cryptocurrency of the people? Yes, probably long-term, yes. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll answer them in a new video. Be sure to like and sub for more info on Chia, plotting, farming, crypto, and more.